Cool. We live. We live.
We are live. Hey y'all. Hey Regina. Thank you for coming in.
Damn, you got
We
people in there already?
already. We got
Dang.
Regina.
What
Regina
up? What up?
Michelle.
What up?
Let us
Man, that was
know if
quick.
you can hear us and if you can see us. Let us know, y'all. Let us know.
Me.
I know that's the truth. What's up? What's up? How you doing, sir? What's up? I appreciate you for coming in. I was kind of scared to ask that question that you had asked the other day. Okay. But y'all come in, let us know you here. Let us know what you're drinking. What you drinking, Navy Vet?
Oh man, coffee, black coffee all day.
Okay. Oh, Regina, I'm so glad you went here because I was trying to do this right here. Cause I don't want to get on your channel and you don't have me as no mod, okay? You good? I'm good. Are you good? Thank you. Oh, you saying that I'm good? Okay. So can y'all hear NavyVet88?
Can y'all hear me? Can y'all hear me? How I sound? Y'all good?
I think they should be able to hear you. Let us know, y'all.
Cool.
We're gonna wait. We're gonna wait a minute and a half for some more people to come in. Hey, K-Love.
Yeah, give
Thank
them
you
some
for coming
time. Give
in.
them a little time.
Yeah. Y'all better hurry up and come up in here too.
Oh yeah, it's a good one today. Believe that it's a good one. It is a good one. I made sure
Hey, your website.
I brought both lights out today. I ain't even sit in the
Oh
car
yeah.
with it.
I should have did something. I don't know why I look so far away though. Like it's crazy. Hello, everybody. What'd you say? You drinking all some water?
Coffee,
Oh, coffee.
straight.
This lady's gonna be up
Folgers
all day
black.
long.
I do it every day.
Yeah.
Every day.
All right, y'all. Y'all have 30 more seconds. Make sure you click the like. Make sure you subscribe if you're not. I know y'all are. But
Yes,
if
click
you
that
are
like
not,
button. Click that like button.
look at you. If you're not subscribed to NavyVet88, go check his channel out. Subscribe to his channel. He is in the 2A. He does 2A content. And he's a vet. And he has good content. And go check him out. Hey, for the love of guns. Hello, sir.
What
How you
up? What
doing?
up? We good. We good. It's good.
All right. We get ready to start then. We get ready to start. Welcome, NavyVet88. You want to
Thank you.
tell the
Thank you.
people?
Thank you.
You want to tell the people where you from?
Birmingham, Alabama. Alabama.
You're from Birmingham,
Oh,
okay?
definitely,
And tell
definitely.
them. I know I just told them what you do, but tell the folks what you do on your channel.
Oh man, just a 2A advocate. That's all. Just pushing the same message that everybody else is pushing. I figure, I used to think like, dang, everybody's saying the same thing, but if one person hear what you saying, it might open up and branch out to about another 50 more people. So, that's what we need, and that's what I do, and that's what you do, and that's what everybody else do. We just try to inspire other people to just be more informed and pass on more knowledge.
Absolutely. Regina, hey Regina. Oh, that's right. Regina is from Alabama.
Beham in the building.
Look
Beham
at
in the
that.
building.
That is awesome. That is awesome. Okay, so Navy Vet 88 was in the Navy. So you
Yeah.
want to start with telling us what your service was, what your service dates were, and what was your job?
Of course, y'all know Navy. I went in 2007, late 2007, around what time was it? August. August. So it was like right around my birthday. And I got out 2012. 5 years. Enjoyed every bit of it. I was stationed down in Pensacola, Florida. Then after there, I was stationed in Norfolk, and I spent the rest of my time up there on sea duty, aircraft carrier CVN 69, and the Love Boat for all those that know. And I was an aviation fueler, ABF. Anybody who knows, any type of aviations in the Navy. So grapes, fueling aircraft, jets, helicopters, fueling the ship. I mean, wherever fuel go, we put it there.
Really? So, oh wow. So So when you say love boat, tell us what love boat means for the people that don't know. Because
Oh
I think
man,
it's something totally different.
that's
Like,
that's when everybody dating everybody, and I'll leave it at that.
oh, oh, okay. That's what I was thinking it was.
Yeah, yeah,
But
yeah,
I didn't want to tell the folks like that. You know what I'm saying?
We was
I don't want
notorious
to do
for
the
them
folks like that.
numbers.
I thought,
Yeah, we was notorious for them 2 numbers.
really? Okay,
Yeah,
okay, okay. So the job that you did, you were fueling aircraft.
yeah, aircraft, any type of aircraft, small tractors and stuff. We have these little small tractors, and they pretty much taxi the aircraft around. They'll hook them up in the back, kind of like a tow truck, but for aircraft. And they'll hook them up and tow them around the ship, tow them around the flight deck, tow them around the flight line, even if you're like, on ground or whatever the case may be. But yeah, they got to get fueled. So it's a lot of stuff that get fueled that you'll be, surprised about.
Okay. Santee got her a love boat. Okay. For the love guns. You know what? You just threw me out. I gotta stay out the chat. But that's awesome, man. That's real awesome. So what made you decide to go into the Navy?
Honestly, I ain't gonna lie to you. Like I was getting to the point, and anybody who's from Birmingham, who been down here, it's not that opportunities aren't there, but it's just a crowd of people that you can get mixed up around. I started to find myself starting to do things that were outside of my character, how I was raised. And even though you like raised in poverty, being poor and stuff like that ain't no excuse for you to have like bad moral skills and stuff like that.
Uh-huh.
And I just found myself starting to become, a product of my environment. There you go. It's like I did well all the way up until about 17. And then at that point, I started to notice a little change in my character and doing stuff that I was like, nah, this ain't me. This ain't how I was brought up. These things can either get me landed in jail or dead or whatever the case may be. So I was like, I think I'm going to take a different route. I'm going to get out. And I had not prior service. I had family members who had prior service. So I just kind of was like, you know what? I think I'll take that route. They all got away, did something with their lives, and I like them as people and their character. So I just went on ahead and took a shot.
Okay, and you picked the Navy out of every service that you could have picked, like the Air Force. But you went ahead and you picked the Navy. Okay.
Yeah.
So your family was well, tell me what your family's reaction was.
Honestly, the only reaction of a person that I was really looking for was my mom's, because I lived with my mom's and it was just me and her and my younger siblings. So of course everybody else, like my dad, he was cool with it. Everybody else, my immediate circle, I'll put it like that, because I know there were people who didn't care for it as much. But although we family, I don't consider you my inner circle, so I could care less, how you felt. But my mom, she was like the big person who they were pretty much against it. She was so against it that she started to call people to have them call me to try and, deter my want or desire to go and serve the country. So yeah, people weren't as receptive for it as I was. I was ready to go. I was ready to put it behind me, the state or the city or whatever the case might be. But now that I'm older, I realize why people can't get up and go and do more. It's like they're afraid to leave out that bubble, because once you leave out of it, you're willing to travel anywhere to find happiness or doing what it is that you want to do. I'm pretty sure you traveled and all that. So if you was like, oh, it's something overseas with a job that's paying, all this money or whatever the case may be, or the environment for my kids, and let them be more cultured, see stuff, you be like, bump it, I'm gonna go do it.
Yeah.
I
Nice.
had it funny. I'm sorry, I don't mean to add on that, but I literally had a cousin who we got into an argument because she wanted to be a police officer and didn't want to leave the house to go to police training, which is here in the city, because you don't want to be gone from the house for like 2 or 3 days at a time. So I was like, that was pretty much just showed me like, people just don't want to like leave.
Yeah. And that. So you didn't have any problems with that?
No. I had my birthday in boot camp, and that was August 26th. And after I missed my birthday, at that point, everything else was just like, I didn't care. And I've missed Christmases, holidays, but after that one birthday, I was done. I was like, oh, It ain't nothing to miss a holiday. I'm good.
Wow, that's funny. Well, look, let's say hi to some people in the chat real quick. We
What
have
up, Miss
Mr.
K? Miss
K
K, what
came
up?
through. You see Miss K?
Yeah, I see her in there. What
Diesel,
up?
for the love of guns. Jason Ewing, Platinum, Walt E. Walt E said, like he was in the sub. Walt E, what that mean? What do you mean by that? What that mean? You know what that mean?
Well, yeah, I'm trying to see it. I'm trying
Submarine
to see.
service salute.
Submarine. Oh, shit, I don't mess with them subs. Y'all can have that. They tried to get me to go on the sub right before I got out.
Man.
No, thank you.
For the love of guns, said salute to you and your service.
All right, salute,
Gary
salute.
Kelshaw said, thank you for your service. I salute. My father was in the military during Vietnam, and when he retired after 30 years. Good Lord.
That's what's
Salute
up.
to your
That's what's
daddy.
up. Blessings. That's a blessing right there.
Right.
That's a
Jason,
blessing.
Jason Ewan said, I was Lima 310, spent some time on the Iwo Jima and the Carter Hall.
Okay, okay.
Look, that's Navy stuff because I don't know nothing about that. That's a ship or something.
Yeah.
Or that a base? Like
No, it's
some kind
ships.
of base somewhere. Okay. All right. Well, Jason Ewan says Semper Fi. Whatever, Jason. Look, we're gonna get it. We're gonna end up getting started, and we're gonna end up starting fight.
No, we can't fight on.
We'll
We
start
can't fight
fight.
on your channel tonight. Not tonight. No.
Okay. Hey, Mr. Morgan. Hey, Siege. Mr. Morgan, thank you for coming in, Mr. Morgan. I appreciate you. All right, so Navy vet, tell us what your experience was like as far as like basic training, like in the Navy. What was it like?
Man, basic was I'm talking about super easy. Go Navy, go ahead, go Navy. But yeah, it was super easy, especially when I look back at it now compared to what I've seen since I gotten out. Cakewalk, cakewalk. And what's funny is I got sent back in training after my first month in, so I had to start it over anyway. And it still went hard. So yeah.
Really? You had to start over?
Yeah, I have. All right, so I found out I got diagnosed with ADHD, but I didn't realize it until like more recently after getting tested. But it made a lot of sense about my life for the better part of like 20 years or whatever. So yeah, I had got sent back in training because of test taking and stuff like that. They sent me back, and then so I had to kind of, I want to say, well, I guess you say I started over. I got to a certain point, I didn't pass the test, I took it again, failed it again. They sent me back. And then moving forward, I went to a school down when I was stationed in Florida, failed a test there. They tried to kick me out. Then well, they tried to kick me out of training and send me just anywhere. But that's when I realized it's better to know people. So, people looked out for me. It's good to be friends with the right people out here. But basic
the
was
right
good.
people. You said,
Oh
you
yeah.
said that right.
Yeah, the right people. The right people. It
Yeah.
was, but basically was straight though, as far as like the physical aspect of it. Like exercise was like, I won't say it was a joke, because I mean, you PT and you working out. But it was cool though, for real, man. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed just hanging out with the homies, meeting people from like Atlanta and Texas and stuff like that. We just, we'll just kick it. You know what I mean? Kick it heavy.
Yeah, and the Texas people, they were the best type of people, huh?
Y'all was all right. Y'all was all right. Y'all was all right.
Look, hey, Mr. Henry, Mr. Norwood, hey y'all.
What up, people?
So that says a lot about you too, because I know what we called it, because I'm pretty sure I'm older than you. We called it being recycled, right? And shoot, the first time you recycle, people are crying, but don't nobody ever want to admit that they were recycled. But that tells you a lot about you, how you kept on going, and that's what you really wanted. Clearly, that's what you really wanted.
Oh, and, definitely.
Which is a great thing. So, what kind of firearms did y'all have to qualify with?
The M9, the Beretta, the what is that? The 12 gauge, but I forget what brand. I think it was the Remington 870 12 gauge that we used. The M4, and that was pretty much it. But it's like you didn't get to like the pistol and the shotgun were basic training firearms that we used. You didn't get to like the M4s and stuff like that until you got into the fleet. And then even in the fleet, if you didn't do like any type of security patrol or any type of shipboard security and stuff like that, you wouldn't even get trained on that. No way.
Wow.
Yeah. So once you go ahead.
So in basic, you trained with, you had to qualify with 2 different firearms.
Mm-hmm.
That's the first time I heard that. People been holding out on me.
Maybe they forgot.
So did you have to swim? Did you have to know how to swim?
Oh, definitely. And it was funny is, look, so we got this thing called NQS, which is non-qualified swimmers. So my first day going into doing swim qual, this was like, I think maybe like week 3, week 4, something like that. Before you get to the point where you actually go swim, you got to jump off the high dive, you got to float for 5 minutes, and you got to swim across like 100 yards worth of pool.
Mm-hmm.
I'm walking into the I forget you call it, the arena. We'll call it the arena with a pool and all that stuff at. So we walking into my right. I'm looking up in the stands, and it's just like a whole bunch of black folks up there. So I'm like, why is so many black people? Like at first, when I got to boot camp, you go into your compartment, you know, it's the United States. So white people outnumber black folks anyway. So I don't be uncomfortable when I go to a place and I'm like, oh, it's a lot of white people here. It's like, it's America. What you think? But when I walked into that swim building, and I seen all them black folks sitting up in the rafters, I'm talking about, you would have thought they were about to have a concert up in there. So I'm like, yo, what's going on? Like, I'm like, is this something like they got a whole black division in here or something? Then I found out that's the whole section for people that can't swim, and they go in there every single day until they can learn how to swim. And yeah, every day you go in there, and it's,
don't tell that story no more. I think Lox and Load told a story like that. Don't tell that story no more.
As a matter of fact, Lox and Loader was in the Navy too. Yeah, he was in the Navy too. Yeah, so he know exactly what I'm talking about.
Man, yeah. So all the black folks in there don't know how to swim.
Not at all. Not at all.
They over there with the floating devices.
Man, being there dying it.
Floating devices?
No, because see, we got this thing where we wear coveralls, and it's pretty much like the uniform that you wear when you out to sea. And it pretty much it zips up in the middle. It's long sleeves or whatever the case may be. And they'll have you put it on, hold it at the neck, and if you splash water while it's unzipped, you splash like the top of the water while you laying there, it'll actually turn into a flotation device. The pockets on the sides will it'll make you buoyant. So you'll literally be sitting there able to float.
With your clothes.
With the clothes. It's called a coverall. So if you ever look it up, you'll probably be able to see it. But it zips up in the middle. Now, if you don't zip it up and leave it unzipped down and you hold a collar, and when you land like prone in the water and you splash the top of the water like towards you, it'll push the air into it, and then it'll inflate. Not like inflate like a balloon, but it'll cause an air bubble to get in there, and it'll keep you floating. So I mean, if it's a dire need situation and that ship go down, you good. Now I always tell, like, if the ship go down, all us in the water, we dead anyway. It's just about who dying first at that point.
We get it. Look, I'm about to start. We are getting some good information on this Navy, huh? You telling me stuff I have never heard before. Like, that is hilarious. And y'all be sitting up here talking about Air Force. Come on, man.
Yeah, man. Anybody in the Navy, they want to go to the Air Force. We all feel like we made a bad decision when we picked the Navy because we didn't know about the Air Force before that.
Okay, and let's talk about that real quick. Hey, Edna, T-Chance, we're gonna get back into the chat and see what y'all saying. Hey, gun websites, Mr. Henry. But let's MHP been shooting, so let's get into that. Rank the Navy, the Air Force, the Marines, and the Army. Which one is the best one?
If I had to truthfully be honest, I'm not gonna hold nothing back. Truthful honesty, I'm going with the Air Force.
Hey, okay.
Then I'm gonna go Navy. Then I'll go Marines. Then I'll go Army, and then I'll go Coast Guard. No, I take that back. Army go last. Then I'll go Coast Guard.
Army goes last.
Okay, so Pete, the Air Force gives you certain levels of technology with aviations and stuff like that. That's so beyond this world. It's almost close to space, like space tech and stuff.
Oh, here you go.
So that's good getting out. Navy, almost about the same. Navy do more flying than anything. There you go. The Marines, well, if you get you a job that's won't, need you to be John Wick or go back and be a contractor overseas or something like that, you pretty much right in the door. I mean, the Coast Guard is like you could go what's that, Border Patrol? You could go work Border Patrol and work for the down in Florida and off the coast down in Texas and all these other places. You a sure shot to get you a good federal job doing that. And then the Army is like, I don't know about them. They like you better go drive. You better go be a truck driver or something. Like, I don't know what else to tell them.
Half of y'all offended.
Hey, that's fine.
Y'all know it's all love. Y'all know how we do. If you've been in the military, y'all know how we do. Okay, let's go into the chat real quick because then I'm gonna come back and ask you about the stations.
Cool.
If you did any tours and stuff like that. So, can you see the chat?
Yeah, I can see him. I just seen Miss K post up the laughing emojis. And Gary Kelshaw. I see you, Army, up there. Army took care of y'all. That's real. That's real.
I believe it. Marines are grinders. I'm gonna leave my comments to myself for tonight.
Nah, speak your piece. Speak your piece on it.
Look at Jason. Talk about who's the toughest though. Y'all don't have no choice but to be tough. Let me stop. I love all of y'all, okay? But y'all know I like the Air Force better, so let's go back up farther into the chat. Gary Kelshaw said Army. Hey T-Man Fauché. Hey Edna. T-Chan said T-Chance is talking to you. He said, hello, everyone. I enjoy watching your videos and tutorial on YouTube. I think he's talking to you because I don't know what type of tutorials I have.
Thank you.
Well, I do have a couple of them, but I think he's talking about you.
I was going to say, everything is a tutorial when you teaching some. I mean, I guess it ain't always just breaking a firearm down or showing you how one work. I mean, shit, even showing gear and stuff like that is a tutorial for people who don't know nothing about it. So I appreciate you. We show we can.
And all right. Oh, you ain't lying about that.
No, it gets better, right? Oh yeah, I already know. Yeah, trust me, being in Virginia, I know how it is to have Navy and Marines in the same house together.
But let me stop. Gun websites, that is interesting. I never knew about the Navy coveralls. Me either.
Yeah, you had to be there to know it. But you know what's crazy is you hardly ever you'll never use it. Like it's one of those things that they teach you to do, and once you get out of there, you never use it again. It's like you know it, but there's no reason to use it unless maybe you work in air rescue and stuff like that. People who be down in the water, who really down in the water like fairly often. Other than that, you don't need to know that.
Man, please, if they offered me a coverall and I was on that ship, I'd be in that water like every day. I would have that stuff on every day.
Nah, that's our daily uniform. That's what we wear every day.
Every day, okay. Because have you ever jumped from? I'm probably skipping on stuff, but have you ever jumped from the ship into the water?
And they let us, but I'm gonna tell you why I didn't do it. Because I don't want to be the first brother that they find that missing thing that's been up under the water that they couldn't never find. So I was like, y'all can have that.
Yeah, I didn't learn about like the undertow until freaking 2010. I didn't know that you can actually get swept underneath the boat like that.
Yeah,
that's some scary stuff.
But they had it, the propellers and all that stuff was off, so we were just sitting there. It wasn't nothing going on. Everybody was just chilling that day. I think it was like a Sunday. They had the swim call, but I just wasn't messing with it.
Yeah, you weren't trying to do that because that's pretty
I did
far.
It once.
You did it once?
I did. I've jumped from that height before a couple times, so I was kind of like, I don't want to do it again. Like I'm good.
Did it hurt?
Not as much as you thought it would hurt. No, it's I mean, it's a little stingy, kind of like when your foot go to sleep or something like that, depending on which way you go into the water. It don't hurt at all.
See, I be broke my ankle trying to do something like that.
Hey, you be the
Look,
one person that hit the water sideways, get hurt, and now
yeah,
you just splashing around.
yeah, playing around.
I learned how to fight.
Gary Killshaw said, "I learned how to fight and when not to, and responsibility." The military does. Oh, that's what we getting to that. We get to that. Let's get back. Yes, we do, Miss K. Thank you for reminding us. We do all need each other. And
Oh,
yes, another
definitely.
question that I want to ask too, like, well, I'll ask you later. Well, no, let me ask you now because sometimes I forget. So, for people who don't know, and I'm gonna ask you. So, for people who don't know, what branch came from what? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm pretty sure in basic they taught y'all too, like where the Army came from, where the Navy came from, or what parts came from what? Like the Air Force came from which branch, and then the Marines came from which branch? They told y'all like
you'll probably get a better idea of that kind of stuff from people in the chat. I mean, I know that the Marines is derived from the Navy, and then the Navy was put in place for like I think it was like for fighting the British or something like that, and the British Navy and all that kind of stuff. Us creating the Navy, and the Army. I forget. Oh yeah, like I said,
Air Force came from the Army. Yeah.
Okay, so you probably got more people that know a little bit more.
Yeah, that's all I'm gonna ask. I'm gonna get out to you. You had it. You got it.
Okay.
Because Miss K just reminded me of that because even though we be talking about each branch and stuff,
yeah,
the Marines came from the Navy because the Navy needed foot soldiers, and the Air Force came from the Army because the Army needed air support. So yes, you are absolutely right, Miss K. Marines is a division of the Navy. Yeah. There you go. Y'all know y'all stuff. Okay. All right. What stations were you? What do y'all call them?
Duty stations.
That's what y'all call them too? Okay.
Like where you stationed at for a certain period of years or whatever.
Yeah.
Okay. So I just did training. It was a few months in Florida. Then after that, I was stationed in Virginia, like my whole time after that at Norfolk base.
Okay.
Naval Station.
And did you ever go? Huh?
I was Naval Station Norfolk. That's like the name of the base.
Okay. So did you ever go to? Did you ever go overseas or do any tours overseas?
Yeah, I did 2 deployments. January 2010 until July of 2010.
Okay.
Hold up, I'll take that back. January of 2009 to July 2009, and then January 2010 to July again of 2010. So they both were back to back. Like I went for one for like 7 months. We were back for 5 or 6 months, and then we turned back around and deployed again right after that.
Okay. And where did you go?
To the Persian Gulf, and we were stationed out there, and we pretty much ran flight operations the whole time, pretty much every day.
Okay.
For about.
So did y'all see any was it very active? Pretty sure it was, but.
Yeah, I mean, as far as working on the flight deck, you got people who are dealing with maintaining aircraft, flying them on and off, flying them, landing them, refueling them. It's just pretty much like the same thing, just over and over and over again.
Okay, nice. Okay, so what was your fondest moment of either deployed, being back here? Like, what was your fondest moment of being in the military?
As a matter of fact, it's the picture that I have as my profile picture for my page. I just put that up like a couple days ago, as a matter of fact, because
I didn't know who that was.
Yeah, I had another picture up there for the longest, like just a regular profile picture. I actually just put that one up maybe about 5 or 6 days ago, and I was getting an award for, and it wasn't a re-enlistment award. It was a aviation's achievement medal. It's a pin that you get for. It's a warfare pin. There you go. It's an aviation's warfare pin.
Okay.
And I was kind of proud of myself for getting it. Knowing about my field and all of it. Was kind of like a overall aviation kind of thing. So it wasn't just specifically for what my job was. It was for everybody's job in the Navy who works aviation. So understanding it, knowing it all, and having just, you know, a good idea on what's going on in the military as far as in the aviation's world.
Okay. Nice. And thank you. Congratulations. All that good stuff.
Appreciate it.
Okay. So what was your wildest moment that you had when you were in the military?
I wonder if I can even say this. All right. So I was,
Hold on a second. Let me tell her to close her eyes and go to sleep. Hold on.
No. I'm gonna keep it cool. I'm gonna keep it. I'm not gonna share too much specific wording. I'm not gonna share too much wording. But I'll say the wildest was I had a particular item in my possession that if put in something, you know, it takes you to another level mentally. And I had it in my car, in my backpack that I normally take on and off the ship. And I took it out of my backpack, but it was summertime. So it's kind of like if you cook salmon croquettes or something, you know what I mean? And you fry them, like you could throw them out, but you still know the smell in the house.
Yeah.
So similar thing into my backpack. And I'm getting ready to get off of the ship one day. I'm showering. I'm like, all right, I'm about to go. I was working nights. They had the lockdown on the ship. They had brought the dogs on and everything. The dogs, because they had some issue with something, so they shut the ship down and nobody could go anywhere until everybody got searched and all that stuff. Like I said, it was a wild ship we was on. And I'm leaving out of my berthing, which is what we call kind of like it's what you sleep in, where everybody sleeps in. And I'm leaving up the stairs, and security is right there at the top of the ladder well. It's a German Shepherd that's up there on top with them. And then it's a high-ranking officer, like hired and real high. And they asked to smell my stuff or whatever. You know what I mean? Let the dog smell your bag and all that, so you keep on going, because they was having problems with people keeping stuff on the ship. And the dog was smelling my bag. Then they started scratching at my bag. And I knew that I didn't have anything in it until that happened. And I was starting to sweat. That was why I never saw myself sweat so bad. And they go and they empty out my backpack. And you know, my jeans fall out, some t-shirts, some other little miscellaneous stuff. And I almost fainted, because at that point I was like, when the dog started scratching on the bag, I was like, well, I knew I left all that in the car. But I guess because it was so hot outside in the summer, I'm guessing the smell was still in the bag, in my backpack. So they never like opened the bag and like looked in the bag, the smell in the bag. They just dumped it out. And she was just like, oh, the dog must be tripping today. And because it was still early in the morning. So it was like, you know, don't give me all this, you know, act right. I ain't got time for all this. You talk to the dog. So I'm like, cool. Let me get my stuff. And I walked up out of there. Man, I probably had to make a beeline to the bathroom after that.
If you would have passed out, that would have been fun.
I just knew it was a wrap. I just knew it was a wrap. So that was a wild. Like, you know what? The wild moments that we have are nothing like work related. Nothing. It's nothing work related. There's no positive wild moment like, oh wow, you know, somebody rode off on, they got to ride on the F-18 today, or like, no, there are no good wild moments in the military. Not for us. It was all like, it was all criminal. It was all, it all involved somebody possibly going to captain's mast and getting kicked out.
Man.
You right. Man. You right, dog almost had me.
That is freaking funny. Man, my mind just went crazy when you just said that when you were talking. Anyway, yes, indeed. So, what was I want you to tell me, what's your reason for getting out the military instead of doing like a whole 20? And what was the deprocessing experience like for you?
Well, if anybody who's been in the military, I would say Navy, you know, like when it's time to like quote unquote deprocess, or you go to TAPS and all these other different acronyms that they want to use, they suck. They don't prepare you for getting out. I see why they talk about they prepare you to be homeless, because they sure don't prepare you to you know, be in a good position when you get out and teach you all these type of things. It's kind of like once they know you leaving, they really don't care about you no more.
Mm-hmm.
But you asked my reason why of getting out was just, I guess I just got a little older, but I got older physically, but mentally I didn't get older because I felt like, oh man, I could get out. I'm gonna go to school. I'm gonna go out and do something else with my life. But I had no plan. I was just pretty much piggybacking off of what other people say that they're gonna do when they get out, but not actually knowing how that transition transpires into anything that's worth anything. You know what I mean? It's just what everybody say. So I was, like I said, I was older physically, but mentally I was still like a child. So I made decisions that weren't best for me as far as a career, because I didn't understand what a career was. Hell, I didn't understand what insurance was. You know what I mean? So, and because I never got hurt growing up. I never like broke bones or got stitches or none of that kind of stuff. So I didn't have an idea what people pay for insurance, how important insurance is, and none of that stuff. You know what I mean? So I went out prematurely, thinking that I'm finna go into being, I don't know, I guess being in a better position or something. But it was a bad decision as far as if I'm considering putting my career into the equation. But all around, it was a really good decision to get out for me, because had I not gotten out, I might not have matured as much as I needed to.
Okay.
Having money and structure, but also having the freedom at the same time can ruin you. Like, because it don't have you to have any type of regard for like your actions sometimes, because being on that ship, you could get away from a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
So I think it helped me to be more responsible, and it kind of showed me that I needed to grow up a whole lot more once I got out. But thankfully, by the grace of God, a friend of mine's husband put me on game about something. And you probably know what it is. You know, when I was about to get out, he's like, "Yeah, you better go talk to these people. You better, you better take this and that over there." And
what a good friend!
Hey man,
what a good friend!
Yeah. So I'm deeply, deeply thankful to him. If I ever see him again, I'd be like, "Hey, bro, thank you," because the little advice that he gave me, I'm talking about the advice he gave me was about like that. And that little turned into a whole lot. So literally, it turned into a lot. So
especially over time.
and it was all deemed, how can I say, like it was all within its due. Like I was due what was given. You know what I mean? You still got to take that paperwork, to the people and show them this and that. So it's like, give me mine.
Nice, man. So looking back overall, what do you see your experience like as far as being in the military? Would you recommend it to other people, younger people that's looking to go into the military?
Every day. My only thing to the younger people that go is don't go how me and my boys went. And I say my boys because these, you meet these people when you there, they like your family. Yeah. So these like my bros. All of us had been less than 1 year from raising our hands to go to the bathroom to being men in the military. You know what I mean? Yeah. So it's like we couldn't grasp the opportunity that we had so early in life that a lot of people don't get. And I feel like a lot of us squandered it. A lot of us squandered it away. And what God has for you is for you. So it might not have been for them to be there. But I know a lot of people who came in like me, got that boot. They got kicked up out of there, whether being from drugs, robbery, all type of stuff that I know people to get kicked out for. But we went in so young, we didn't know nothing. So if anything, I would tell a younger person is, if you get out of high school or you on your way out and you notice what you want to do, go get you a regular job for a while. You know what I mean? Get you a job for like 6 months or a year. Feel what it's like to be an adult. Understand what it's like to pay bills. You know what I mean? Understand what it's like to, have to get up and go and perform at a certain level every day, and your finances can be affected by your performance. You know what I mean? Grow you some knowledge about self and what what you want for yourself 5 years and 10 years from now. I know it sounds like forever, but them 5 years went by quick that I had. You know what I mean? So I would just
they did
too quick, but it was all fun though, and I enjoyed every minute of it. But like I say, I tell any young person, any younger, older, I would tell all of them, like, yes, go to the military, because when I was in, I didn't understand how I would see people who would come in, they'll be like 25, like 25, 30, 35 years old. And I'm like, damn, why they acting like that? They acting like they all, like, we call it Joe Navy. Like, you being all Joe Navy. Like, what's up with that? We young, we trying to go out, drink, have a good time, go get fly, blow money, whatever the case may be. But now that I'm older, I understand why they came in, how they were, because they had a mission on what they wanted to do for themselves, the position they want to put their families in. Now I see why they were able to advance and rank so fast while we still over there just like, man, I ain't trying to sign off on this paperwork to learn this job. Meanwhile, they over there not signed off on nothing because they ain't been there long enough yet. Probably know 2 or 3 times more than what we know. We've been there for 2 years.
Yeah.
Because they hit the ground running, they came in with a plan. So that's all I can tell a young person. Like, come in with a plan and make sure that you lived you a little life before you come in there, so you ain't overwhelmed by all of the freedom and finances that you get right out of the gate. Because it comes, especially for people, especially for them people that get them bonuses for signing on. I've known people to go into the Marines and get like $10,000 signing bonuses. So you only been in for 8 months. Now you done got your check. You got $10,000. Like, you know what I mean? You finna go buy some rims, gold chains, grills, all that kind of stuff.
And then a lot of them, they try to teach them, about money management and stuff like that. But at the same time, when they had that money in their pocket, they go get a nice car that they can't hardly pay for, and end up getting it repo because they can't pay for it. Yep. And then they in all this other trouble because they're still thinking like 18, 19-year-old kids and stuff like that. So that is some great advice. What they say in the chat real quick, because I'm going to ask you this last question. Okay. But we're going to go in the chat real quick. Is there anything else you want to tell us about? Like, where do you, if y'all don't know, NavyVet88 has a YouTube channel. The description is in the information is in the description. Check him out. He has good stuff. Is there anything you want us to know about your channel, and like what's coming next, like where you see your channel in the future?
My channel is a channel that I just came up with out of nowhere because I needed something to do with my life. And it was stuff that I'm talking about, the stuff that I would watch all day long, over and over and over again. So my channel is just pretty much me regurgitating the stuff that I'm sitting around watching all day. What's coming soon is what y'all asked for. Okay. I mean, because it's like I could do 100 million things, but if it ain't what people want to see, then it's kind of like, well, so if y'all go on there, y'all subscribe, y'all like stuff, more than likely, y'all just comment. I mean, shit, even if you ain't subscribing, go in there, just comment. If you talk about what you want to see, that's what's going to be put up. But if ain't nobody talking about nothing they want to see, then I'm kind of like, I'm out of luck. Like, I don't know what to do. I can go live like this, and, we could just keep going back and forth. And we can keep going back and forth because I like a lot like this. Well, I won't say this is my first one, but it's my first official one because you've seen one of my other joints that I did. Yeah. But to me, this is like yours is like way more official. Like I feel like I'm important now. Like I feel like I need to go get me one of them paper YouTube things and put it on the wall like they get them gold and platinum ones. I'm gonna just draw mine in paper. I'm gonna just put them on the wall back there because I feel like I arrived now. I don't know where I'm at, but I arrived somewhere. Probably arrived in the backyard.
Thank you for those kind words. Look at y'all. Don't make me cry now.
Ain't no thing.
Let me get my bearings, okay? Oh man. But let's go in the chat real quick, and then I'm gonna ask you this last question. And then I'll let you go ahead and go. But I appreciate, before I go into the chat, I appreciate you for coming on. I watch your stuff. I do. I think I started watching. You had like 3 videos up or whatever. But I appreciate you, and I appreciate what you do.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. Likewise.
Thank you, sir. Y'all, do y'all have any questions in the chat real quick? Yes, indeed. Miss K even told me. Yes, but I don't think Miss K knew that I already knew you though, so I didn't say nothing.
Oh, okay. Got you.
Yeah,
Got you.
yeah. But Miss K, yep, yes, Miss K. Um, your heart say you fam now, bro. Oh, that's so sweet, Jason. Yeah, I got a bonus, but I gotta give it to my mom. But I gave it to my mom.
Oh
Ooh,
man.
my mom would have been happy with that.
You a good one. You a good
Okay.
one. My mama wasn't getting a dime of that. Look, let me tell you how I know how trash we was. Cause this one I was in, this was when the Jim Jones balling song was out. So you know, niggas ain't when you ain't never had no money, you will go throw money like it ain't nothing. I don't care what nobody be like. Oh well, I was poor growing up, so we get some money. No, you gonna be just as bad habits you had when you was poor with the money then is
Yeah.
bad habits you gonna have when you up with the money. And that's
Yep.
exactly what we was doing. Also, we literally was in there like feeling like, oh, they throwing $1 bills, we throwing 20s. Everybody want to be a drug dealer, and I'm like, now we ain't got none
Now
of
wait
that
a
money to
minute.
show
Now
for it.
let's go into what you just got said. What you mean throwing the dollars and 20s? Where you was at?
Oh man,
What
we
club
was
is this in Florida, in Virginia?
yeah, we was in Virginia. We was like on the ocean front, just being in the club,
Yeah.
seeing people throwing money, they throwing wires and $1 bills, and we feeling like, oh, they ain't nobody finna show us out. We got money, so now we out there throwing $20 bills in the air. And I'm like, but everybody doing this is like everybody want to be the dope boy. Like that's dope boy mentality. That's what you do when
Man.
you don't know if tomorrow gonna be promised. So you live it all the way up today. The average regular person, we know tomorrow is gonna be here because we got jobs we got to go to.
Yeah.
We ain't got no expiration date on us about going into
Bless
the
you.
next day. Like we know we
Yeah.
finna get up, go to work. Now, if you in that life, you might get gunned down tonight. You don't know, so you have to live it like that.
Uh-huh.
You
And
know,
y'all up in there making it rain all night long. And so
being
3 o'clock in the morning or
man, my
6,
my boy
and then
was.
you gotta go to work for 6:30.
I'm talking about
Early
my
as
boy
heck.
from Mobile was in there tearing up money, throwing it in women's faces, trying to show how much money he had. I was like, bruh, you wild.
What's his name? Where he
Yeah, my
at?
boy
Talking shit.
McNeil. He was a wild dude. But I look back on him, I'm like, we trying to compete with people who, in the streets, because Virginia is like a big, uh, I call it illegal criminal area where they get a lot of
Mhm.
substances off of the water and stuff like that. So it's a lot of money out there. Like at that time, it was a lot of cash in hands out there. So it wasn't nothing to be out and see people with like $10,000, $20,000 on them pulling up in Porsches and stuff like that. Like in Birmingham, you ain't finna see stuff like
You giving me his crap, because he started making me have flashbacks. Come back. I don't know what happened, but come back. He started giving me flashbacks. Let me like I said, get my bearings, because we gotta start talking about this stuff. Where Miss K at? Miss K know what I'm talking about. There you go. I gotta I gotta relax. You done got me. Look, Miss K know what you're talking about. All of y'all in the military know what he's talking about. Don't send me
somebody
back there.
said, can you hear me?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I see somebody said they buying all the Hennessy in town. Look, funny thing, I ain't even drank brown liquor like that when I was younger, when I first got in the Navy. I'm talking about it used to make the smell used to make me sick. And I
Hennessy?
remember, yeah, the
Oh,
smell
wow.
used to make me sick. But then I remember I got a little bit older and I remember going to the exchange. And it's funny how times been changed. I'm like, we was buying fifths of Hennessy for $19.99. Now it's like $40, like
The good old
$42 and the
days.
stuff. The good old days, for real. The real good old days.
Y'all not this be making me tell my business. I don't know what I was thinking with this. I don't know what I was thinking with this series. But I have to ask you though now, what's your craziest drunk military moment that you ever had? If you ever had one. We may as
Man.
well. We already talking about alcohol.
Oh, you know what? Okay, so I'm out with my boy. We in like little creek. So it's kind of like right off of Norfolk, Virginia. We was at this stripper party, and man, I don't know. We chilling. I've been drinking like I don't know what I was drinking. Oh, we were drinking champagne, and that was when I first found out like I can't like drink. We had Moet bottles that we was popping in the parking lot. They used to come in ththese big gold canisters. We'll be shaking them up in the parking lot and popping them up in the air and popping the
That's
corks
Cristal,
up.
huh?
Yeah, it was close to it. It was close. It was close to it. And
Y'all were really spending money.
man, I
Dang.
don't know what happened, but the smell of somebody's perfume had got on me. And next thing you know, I'm just sitting on the curb like early. And I'm like out there in like a big old champion sweatshirt with the little champion all across the business before it was like super popular like that. And I'm holding up all of my necklaces over my neck like this because I'm sitting on the curb early. Get up from that. Feel like I'm getting better. Ride with my homeboy. We get in his Denali, get all the way to Wendy's. Next thing you know, I'm like, we're in the parking lot. I'm like, oh, I got to Earl again. Open up the door, fell out the truck. But the only thing that kept me in the truck was the fact I was still wearing my seatbelt. So I'm like hanging out, like stuck, like I'm stuck in between being out the truck and in the truck. And I can't do nothing with myself. Like he had to like reach over and like pull me back over into the truck. And yeah, ever since then, I was like, yeah, me and champagne just, that ain't it. That ain't
Y'all,
it.
that is funny. That is funny. We don't know how to act.
Allergic to perfume. Yeah, that perfume. I don't know what it is about the perfume and the drinking. It's just not a good combination.
Hey, Smash Time. I'm over here thinking about what he's saying and visualizing it. But hello, sir. Hey,
When the
Ayo.
military ID was good as a passport, hey, good days, real good days. I ain't need no passports to go on deployment. To go over to Italy and go over to France and all them spots and Dubai, no passport needed. Just show that ID and you're good.
When I went to Spain, I did not have no passport, and you are absolutely right. That military ID got us all the way everywhere. It
Yep.
got us everywhere. France, it got us everywhere.
Now they probably tell you don't show it when you go out.
Man, you better not get on one of them trains to go from. You know how you get the train to go from one place to the other place to the other place.
Mm-hmm.
Can't do that. You better have that passport.
Yeah, that's how
Oh
we did when we
man.
went to
Okay, let's
Rome.
go into the chat because a lot of people saying a lot of stuff. I don't want to miss anybody, but I know I don't want to keep you all night long either.
Oh no, you good. I'm straight. What else, Smash Time? I appreciate that. What's up?
Nice video earlier, but he's talking to Smash Time. Great. Miss K said I got so drunk one weekend I fell up the stairs in the barracks in Germany. Miss K, Miss K, I gotta get you on here this week.
Definitely
I'm gonna
do.
send you a
Definitely.
message because I want to hear about it. Let me write that down. Up the stairs. Ooh, in Germany. Have you ever went? Have you ever been to Germany?
Nah, I went to France, Italy, Bahrain, Dubai,
Ooh,
Portugal,
that's one I wanted to
Spain,
go to.
and I think that's it. Yeah.
Yeah. So, and when you went to Spain, you went to Rota.
Rhoda, yeah.
Oh, Rota. Yeah.
It wasn't my favorite
My,
though.
let me tell you something. My name is written all over the southern parts of Spain. That's all I'm saying.
Now
Uh,
my favorite spot was Italy. Like going to
really,
Rome, we got on the train and went out to Rome, and that's probably been the best place I've probably ever been in my life.
really.
Yeah.
What you liked about it? What you like about it?
Just the history, going out to the Colosseums, Vatican's, all them different places. Just
Yeah.
the environment, having pizza for the first time. Just the
Real
people.
pizza.
Yeah, that was the first time I went to a Gucci store. I won't never forget that. Bought my
Shoot,
first
you
Gucci bucket
expensive.
cap. Yeah, yeah, for sure. That's what my
Wow.
wife be saying. She like, you so expensive. I like, yep, yep.
Funny. Okay. I think y'all, if I missed anything, hey Mr. Perry, I didn't know you were in here. Do the Navy really drop the dump in the ocean? I
Yes.
think they treat it, don't they? Then they put it out there. What they do to it?
To my like the stuff that go in the toilets.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, man, all that stuff go overboard, man. We throw so much stuff overboard, people be getting in trouble. My boy Henry from Mississippi, he threw they was throwing trash off of the side, and it just so happened to have flew back up because of the wind and flew up onto the flight deck where they were flying at.
Oh no.
And
That's
all of the
nasty.
trash was stuff that came directly from their shop or whatever. So it's like, that could have been hazardous or death to a lot of people up there on the flight deck. Stuff flying,
Mm.
screws, bolts, all that stuff y'all throwing away that y'all should take down to the hangar bay, to the proper receptacles and all that kind of stuff.
Oh. But yeah, I'm pretty sure they got all that out there floating around. Hey, GD Bacon, I didn't know you were in here. DJ Play Nights, hello, sir. Um, Somebody says Ayo talking about GI Bill is a come up too. Absolutely. It's a lot of
Yes.
good benefits
That
to
done
the
put people
military.
on the map out here. People, there's whole business owners out here behind that.
Oh yeah. Mystery solved. Thanks. Mr. Henry, what is that? What's FOD? What that mean?
Fire, that's like foreign object and debris.
Oh, that's what y'all call it.
Yeah, so we'll do like this thing called a fire walk down, where you'll walk down the whole flight deck in the morning. That's what they do. They'll walk all the way down and make sure they pick up anything that then fell off or something, any type of loose parts, any type of
Yeah.
trash, whatever the case may be. Because once you get to flying, all that stuff can fly, fly back. And the
Yeah.
jet blast deflectors, they hold so much as far as the heat and the fire, but all of that pressure and speed is blowing everything. So you could have a boat back there come straight back, blow through somebody's face.
Yeah. We used to have to do that too. Walk the flight line and pick up all
Mm-hmm.
the pebbles, everything. Like I hated it. But yeah.
Hey man, we do it out to sea because it ain't nothing else to do. So sometimes when they call for our walk down, you just go because it ain't nothing else to do. You be like, let's go up to the flight deck and do a fire walk down. Then they'll do it
Yeah.
in the hangar bay, and then you might go down there and do it.
Man. Man, you gotta come back on. You gotta come back on another night.
Oh,
I
definitely,
don't know
definitely.
which
I'll be
night, but
here.
you gotta come back. This was fun. But
Just
I do
let me
have
know.
one last question. I
What's
have
up?
one last question. What is the biggest lie your recruiter told you?
I won't say it was a lie that he told me, but I didn't understand the dynamics of the Navy. So when he kept telling me about stuff like Australia, Hawaii, places like that, I didn't understand that once you're on the East Coast, you don't go to certain places, and when you're on the West Coast, you don't go to certain places when you deploy.
Uh-huh.
He was a West Coast uh, rider, or you call it that. Like he was stationed in the West Coast, so he would go to
Uh-huh.
places like all of them Asian places and stuff like that, Japan, all that kind of stuff, Hawaii, Guam, all of those places, because you're stationed on the West Coast. I'm stationed on the East Coast, so we don't go to none of those spots. We go
Uh-huh.
places like going toward Africa and all that kind of stuff. So
Yeah.
yeah, although he didn't lie to me, he could have let me know, like, hey, this is determined on what duty station you pick too. So
They are something else. He
yeah,
left out some important details. And
and
he was
but
being
once
deceptive. He didn't lie. He was being deceptive.
yeah, he was being deceptive. Now I do
Deceitful, or however you call it. Huh?
I
What
do
you?
understand why they do and say some of the stuff that they say to the new recruits that they trying to get, because now that I've been in, I realize people get those billets to work at those recruiting stations. So if you ain't bringing in enough recruits, they'll mess around and send your butt back to the fleet. You got to go back to a ship or something like that. So people don't be wanting to hear that. So it's like whatever they can say or do to get you to sign that paperwork so that they can keep their job where they at, they go do it. And I ain't blaming them because
Man.
you sitting in the mall all day. You
Mm.
put your uniform on, your dress uniform, and that's it. You just got people
Yeah.
coming in. And don't be no single person in a big city and you in the mall or something, like a major mall or something like that, like in Atlanta in like Lenox Mall or something. Like, yeah,
Yeah.
I'm gonna stay out here. I'm gonna get everybody up out of here. I'm keeping this job. I'm gonna be here for 4 years for sure.
Right. Right. Man, y'all, I'm hoping that I can get he probably not gonna do it, but I'm trying to get my recruiter because I was going into the army at first. I'm trying to
Yeah.
get him to come on, but I don't know if he's gonna do it or not. He too mean, Sergeant Thomas. You're too mean. But I'm gonna try my best to get him on here. Y'all, he may or may not cuss me out. He might say some other stuff, but I'm gonna try to have him on. Smash time. Hey, M. Watson. We getting ready to get up out of here. You late, M. Watson.
Thanks, man. It's
Smash
time.
Time
I
said,
appreciate that.
Navy Vet, you have a good channel, bro. Keep it up. Thank you.
Thank you,
Thank you,
sir. Thank you. Thank you.
Y'all, hey, Mike B, if y'all have not subscribed to NavyVet88, please go over there and check him out. Look, what am I doing? Please go over there and check him out. He is awesome. He's awesome. What teacher say? Oh, we keep you laughing. Well, thank you very much. But if y'all haven't went over there and check him out, go check him out. The link is in the description. Thank you, NavyVet88, for
I
coming through.
appreciate you. I
You
appreciate you.
gotta come
Thank
back
you.
again. You gotta come back
Oh,
again.
definitely. Oh, definitely.
Nice.
Definitely. You already know. You already
Nice.
know.
I
The
appreciate
way
you.
my job's set up, I'm always at home. So we already can make something happen again.
Well, that's nice. All right, sir. Well, you take care. Y'all be
Cool.
good, be kind, be careful. And I'll see y'all tomorrow night. All right, y'all take care.
All right, y'all have a good one.